We've covered the for loop, but there are a few other kinds of loops we're going to talk about. Now we're going to ignore the for each loop because there is nothing it can do that the others can't do better. So the first one we're going to look at is a for in loop. The for in loop is best for iterating over objects. Since an object is essentially a list of key value pairs, the for in loop iterates over each of those pairs. For example, if you had an Australian man object with his first name, last name, and the number of kangaroos he'd fought that day, you could then use a for loop like this. For key in Australian man. And calling the first part of a for in loop key, you could call anything you want. The second part has to refer to the object that you're iterating over. And then your block of code. So if you wanted to log out the keys of your object, you would log out the key. And if you wanted to log out the values of those keys, you would use the object name with the key in square brackets. So essentially you'd be using the key to access the value of your object. Now, the for of loop is best for iterating over arrays, which we'll be covering in the next video. For of loop looks like this. So if you have an array of deadly things in Australia, you could print out each of those things using for item or whatever your array is called, and then you have your block of code. In our case, since we're printing out each of our items to the log, we're just going to be typing console.log with item in brackets.